one thing is to not allow the physician to immediately jump to medication as a solution. This is a common problem. In one study, primary care physicians gave a patient a prescription within 5 minutes of first mentioning something about depression or anxiety. That's not enough time to make a good assessment or give other suggestions. So one thing is to not do it too fast, not be overly eager to jump to a medication. Ask about other options. Ask about referrals to therapy, for example, and hopefully referrals to a more holistic program that really helps people develop the skills that they need to deal with this. I think also it's important to not allow symptoms of anxiety or depression to become minimized or to suggest that it is all in one's head, you know, and that if you have physical problems that it's just related to anxiety or something like that. It's something that should be taken just as seriously. It is a physiologic problem. The brain, remember, is part of the body, and if the brain is not working well, we need to find really comprehensive ways of addressing that. So not relying upon a single intervention like medication, and not allowing it to be kind of pigeonholed as oh, this person has mental health problems. It's if something affects a person's mood, it is affecting every aspect of who they are as a human being. It affects their body, their brain chemistry, their ability to connect with themselves and with others. It affects their sleep. I mean, you name a part of the person and it is affected by depression and anxiety. And we need to start addressing all of that. If you find yourself struggling with anxiety or depression, please talk to your healthcare provider and ask for a comprehensive, you could say holistic, but a way of approaching this that really gives you several resources and several opportunities to get healthier. If you find yourself with a physician who only treats with medication, I would ask for a referral first to a therapist, and if you cannot get that physician on board with looking at more comprehensive approaches, I would ask for a second opinion or a consultation, perhaps seeing someone who has a broader perspective. Medications. A lot of people come to me because I'm a holistic practitioner and they are wanting to get off of medications. Very often that could be helpful to them. But I don't always recommend that. I think there's a proper use for medication. I think the problem we run into is that many people go on medications, antidepressant medications, for a relatively mild condition. I don't have a problem with that necessarily, but the problem is they stay on it for too long. If you are on a medication for, let's say, a year or more, your brain is adjusted to that. It's become used to that. And then for some people, it becomes hard to take that away. I think it's actually a good thing to support someone's mood if they're really in a crisis, if they're not able to function real well, if they're not able to sleep. I think it's good to support them temporarily with maybe a low dose of some antidepressant medication. I think that can be very helpful. But it's crucial that at the same time, they start instituting these other measures so that the brain can really get healthy. Medication itself doesn't do anything really to make the brain healthier. It just makes it a little more efficient in the short term. But it's also important to try to keep that down to about 6 to 9 months if possible. And then hopefully work your way off of it with other measures that, like we've talked about, that can be continued instead.